Oh, this one's going to be fun. How can every post be wrong? Well, let's see. Just saw a post. Here's a post that says, if y'all had dismantled the KKK the same way you constantly try to dismantle Black Lives Matter, we wouldn't have needed Black Lives Matter. This is a weird kind of wrong, because logically speaking, that statement is true. If we, as a world, had dismantled the KKK the same way we apparently constantly try to dismantle Black Lives Matter, then we wouldn't have needed Black Lives Matter. This is an if-then statement. If any then portion, which is the consequent of an if-then statement, if that is true necessarily, or if it's true without reliance on the if portion, the antecedent, then the antecedent is superfluous. I'll put this in more concrete terms. The consequent portion of this statement, we wouldn't need Black Lives Matter, that is true regardless of the part about the KKK. We don't need Black Lives Matter. The movement, some of what they have accomplished, or at least helped accomplish, may be a good thing, but those things could have been done in other better ways that don't lead to false narratives and rioting. Not to say everything they've done is bad. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying there's not room for improvement in those kinds of race relations that they are interested in improving. But we don't need Black Lives Matter. I don't think it's a good thing, a good group. Some of what they have done has been good, but we could have done it other ways. So that's all to say, this statement is not false, but it's kind of true by accident. They're trying to make some pithy point about we should have dismantled the KKK more. Well, yeah, obviously. KKK it's bad, okay? I'm going out on a limb and saying KKK is bad. But it's just not a good statement. Don't say that. What's more, and what makes this even more wronger, is that I think if you asked anyone, let's say any leader of the Black Lives Matter movement, hell, maybe anyone just sufficiently interested in the movement, would disagree with it. They would say, imagine a history with no KKK. That's not good enough. We could be right here, and as long as there's a racist person on earth, we need Black Lives Matter. Doesn't matter if the KKK ever existed, or if you destroyed them immediately. The country was founded on racism. All the institutions are racist from the ground up. KKK had little or nothing to do with that. We need Black Lives Matter, they would say, for a plethora of reasons. No, so I'm quite sure that anyone sufficiently steeped in the Black Lives Matter ideology would disagree with this claim that all we needed to do was get rid of the KKK. No, I don't think so. So that's, in sum, why that first thing is wrong. That's the first badness, wrongness of this thread. The first response to the post says, Black Lives Matter is a Marxist group. Okay. Do you have a point? I mean, whether you're right or wrong, let's put that aside for right now. Do you have a point, though? That's what I want to know. Let's say they are a Marxist group. Debatable. But so? Even the most Marxist thing could have merit. They could be right about some stuff. Hell, a lot of Marxism is right about some stuff. It's just not a great system in its entirety. So, do you have a point, though? No, you don't. You think just calling something Marxist is a point, a self-evident point that needs no further explanation. You're wrong. That's the second wrong thing out of two. A response to that guy who said the Marxist comment is, are you trying to sympathize with the KKK? Careful, your racism is showing. Careful, your racism is showing. I don't know if that's a meme as a statement. It sounds like it would be. I bet it is. I've not heard it, but I bet it is. Avoid memes. Make your own stuff up. But the first sentence, are you trying to sympathize with the KKK? I don't think that's implied. He's just saying he doesn't like Black Lives Matter, seemingly, by calling them a Marxist group. I don't think anybody who likes Marxist groups would say that and just leave it at that. So I think it's a fairly safe assumption that that guy was just saying he doesn't like Black Lives Matter because he doesn't like Marxist groups. That doesn't imply sympathy for the KKK. So there's the third wrong thing out of three. There's only one more comment in this thread. It's, so you're saying the KKK is better? Just like the last point. No, he's not saying that. There's a like on that comment too. So there's the fourth and the fifth wrong thing. Out of 5. Nailed it from way downtown.